Evening guys, Jack Scarf here, mortgage broker and property investor. Hope you've had a fantastic weekend. Now, I've had quite a few requests lately of topics to cover, which is fantastic, and I'll cover those in the next few weeks. I think that's really important because the idea is I give you as much free value as I can, so you can take that away and use that for your benefits. If there's anything that you want spoken about, then I'm more than happy to give you my expert opinion on it. But tonight, I'm going to look at the Green Homes Grant in the UK, which has been brought out in the last few days because it's a red hot topic and it's a thing that a lot of people won't actually know about. So I thought I'd give it a bit more meat on the bones and just bring it to your attention as well, so you might be able to take advantage of that in the near future. So first of all, what is the scheme? It's actually a scheme brought in by the government to, well, one thing is to create jobs in the housing sector, but it's also to make homes greener and more energy efficient. They're looking to spend around £2 billion between September 2020, so it's going to start in the next couple of months, and all the money, so the £2 billion they're putting aside for it, to be spent by March 2021. This will be helping 600,000 homes in the UK or thereabouts, which is obviously a hell of a lot. Now, one thing to factor in is this is going to count if you are a residential homeowner and you live in the property that you've bought, or whether you're a landlord and you have buy-to-let properties that you rent out. Now, the exact qualifying criteria is going to be released nearer to September, but I can give you a lot of the facts now, so you don't have to spend a lot of your own time researching it. So basically, if you are at what they consider a low-income household, they'll pay up to £10,000 worth of works for things such as the boiler, doors, windows to be double glazed if they're single glazed, or triple glazed if they're single or double glazed at the moment, potentially, wall insulation, loft insulation, things like that. Now, when September comes, I'll give you the exact details, because something like certain types of boiler might be included, other types might not. But for the moment, we're thinking that anything that's going to make your home more efficient, energy efficient especially, then it's going to be included within that. So if you're not a low income family, how much is the government going to pay you? Up to a maximum of £5,000, and they'll pay for 2/3 of the price. So if you've got, say, £7,500 worth of works need doing, then £5,000 the government will pay for you. Yeah, £1,000 worth of work, they'll pay £666 towards the works for you as well. Now, this is only in England, so I know most of you will be investing in England, but Scotland and Wales, I've got a lot of people that invest in buy-to-lets in Scotland and Wales as well. Really, really strong markets, so it's not going to qualify for those properties, so don't waste your time. It's just for England. And already mentioned that it does start in September, and the finer details will be brought out then. But what I wanted to do is bring it to people's attention, because some customers seem to know about this and some don't. And I think it's really important, if you can get free money, that you take advantage of it, which is effectively what it is. And it's also worth noting that there was a green scheme before a few years ago. There was a massive failure where you actually had to take out borrowing or a loan to make this happen. In this case, there's nothing like that. It's just they're going to either give you up to £10,000 if you're a low income family, or 2/3 of the cost of the work if you're not a low income family. So it's well worth factoring that in, and I think it's certainly something to take advantage of. Now, what will happen is, another question that you might be thinking is, how do I actually apply for this? So you would apply online when September comes. An accredited supplier will visit your property and provide you with a quote, and they will approve the works and confirm that they do need doing, and they'll make your home more energy efficient. Once that's done, the government will be informed, who will then issue you with a voucher that you can then spend. So I will release a video nearer the time explaining the exact process. I'll give you a link to the website and all that kind of stuff too. But for now, that is how the process will work. As mentioned, does cover residential, does cover buy-to-let, and energy efficiency is actually proven to increase the value of your property significantly, in some cases over 10% value, just by getting something like double glazing done. So if it's going to cost you a couple of £1,000s, especially if the government are going to pay the bulk of it, if that's going to add on £5,000, £6,000, £7,000 worth of value, potentially even more, it's definitely worth doing. And not just the value of the property, but the rent as well. So if you think, if you've got a single glazed property, that's probably not the most exciting thing for a tenant to go and live in there. He's going to have to spend more on fuel, energy to heat the home. However, if it is double glazed, they won't have that issue, and even aesthetically it's a lot more pleasing than single glazed panels as well. So it's going to have a big impact if you're a landlord, or if you're just looking to buy your own home and live in there too. So if you've got your own home at the moment, or you're going through a completion in the next few months, I'd certainly keep an eye out for this and see if you can save yourself some money on the home improvements that you may have been doing anyway, because the government may well pay a lot of that for you. So I know it's been relatively brief, but I don't want to go on too much because the exact criteria is going to come out in September, and we'll do a video and a blog nearer the time to explain exactly what that is. But for now, I wanted to bring it to your attention. So when September comes, you're thinking about that, and that might be the time to start doing your works rather than doing it now. And in September, that might be a time to actually start applying for it, because you can't apply yet, it's going to be in September anyway. But for now, at least it's in the forefront of your mind, and you might not have known about it before. So I hope that does help. I hope come September, there's something that you're going to be eligible for, and you're going to save yourself some money. I do appreciate you listening this evening as well, and there's lots of videos on this channel. I hope you get a lot of free content and a lot of free value from that you can use on your property journey. So do subscribe and hit that notification bell, and then you will be alerted before anyone else when a new video becomes available, which will give free information to you that you can use to make you some money with. Thanks for your time. All the best. Bye bye.